Let's just get this set up. Sure. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. So, I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering how everything is, and things are going well. My usual co-host will be joining us later on they are currently experiencing some technical difficulties, but they should be joining us shortly. So today, we are going to be drawing the Banshee. Now, Banshee to me are really interesting because despite them being undead type Momono, in their original incarnations, they aren't undead. They are a form of Fae. Banshee, I believe, just translates to Woman of the Fairy Mound or Woman of the Mound or something like that. TLDR, they are, if you haven't watched my Banshee video, Banshee, the original mythological interpretation of the Banshee, are, they're sort of, I hate to call them this, but they're kind of sort of omen keepers, like one of those, if you hear one crying outside your house, bad stuff's gonna happen, that kind of thing. But the Banshee themselves does not cause the negative event to occur. They simply predict it and try to warn people about it. Some people view Banshee as servants of the Celtic Trinity goddess Morrigan, because Morrigan has a lot to do with death, dying, all that lovely wonderfulness. But now, what's interesting is with some Celtic Fae, you can encounter them just in the wild. Like, you can stumble across them. Not so with the Banshee. With the Banshee, you have to actively... You don't go to them, they go to you, kind of deal. Now, I do want to clarify one thing. The Banshees, despite the stats of the D&D monster, the Banshee's wail itself, in the original mythos, does not cause you to die. It simply warns you. Now, what's really interesting is in some interpretations of the Banshee, they sort of tie themselves to households, specifically various Scottish noble houses. If I had my Banshee videos notes in front of me, I would clarify on that, like what houses usually have them. But that's one of those things that changes from telling to telling. Like, exactly what houses are involved. What's also interesting is that Banshee can take multiple forms. Sometimes they'll appear as young maidens. Excuse me. Sometimes they will appear as young maidens, other times as fully mature women, and other times as old crones. But what's always true is that this is one of those where I wish I knew more about this sort of thing. But basically, what Banshee do is they appear to a household and they will make this sound called a keening. Now, if you're not 100% sure what a keening is, it's a specific type of crying that is specific to the Banshee and the areas from whence the Banshee come. Now one particular myth of the Banshee involves a general. So right before a battle, a general saw a Banshee washing armor, what he thought was an old washerwoman, well, washing armor in a river. So he went to the woman and asked her whose armor she was washing. And when she turned to look at him, he realized he was looking at a Banshee because of her red-rimmed eyes. And he took this as the omen he should have, because this is a smart man, supposedly. And basically, the Banshee was predicting that a lot of his men would perish in the battle because she was washing their armor in the river. Now, the spelling of the Banshee's name, interestingly enough, is phonetic. Uh, the the spelling the wiki has, uh, this spelling right here is entirely phonetic. The correct spelling would be B-A-N, in some regions a second N, S-H-I-D-E. This bit is pronounced she, and roughly translates to fairy. This bit is pronounced, well, ban, and roughly translates to mound. So put them together and it would be Fairy of the Mound. They're often called that because when they're not casting omens of who's next going to shuffle off their mortal coil, they can be found in fairy mounds. Which, for context, are just big hills where weird stuff happens. Um, In modern day, you don't really hear much about stories regarding Banshee, which I think is kind of sad because they're a really interesting and in a lot of ways kind of tragic figure. Like, they attach themselves to these families and presumably form very strong bonds with them, but the only time they can interact with this family they've come to have, for lack of a better term, is when someone dies. In a way, that's kind of sad. I feel bad for them. Now, despite the Banshee's decidedly obvious cultural origins, um, she is also going to be drawn in a very simple fantasy peasant dress, much like Charlotte from yesterday. But, but, her, but her, but her color scheme is going to be more gothic, as are the accessories she's going to have. And this thingamajig back here is a bow in her hair that we aren't going to see very much of. Now, I'm going to draw her with her eyes closed. So she looks appropriately sort of serene and contemplative. I like. Now, let me just mark in the shadows. Because that clips with the body, we're just going to quietly pretend that doesn't exist. There we go. And we are clicking along nicely. Okay. There we go. Let's just pretend this layer doesn't exist. Let me just fix one thing really quickly. There we go. Now that's not going to bother me anymore. Boop. Okay. Now this is a girl who has been already claimed. And there is a specific outfit in mind for her. There we go. Hey, Bean. Glad to have you here. There we go. Uh, the tool I was using to make the flowers is the radial symmetry tool. Oh god, I accidentally merged the outfit and the body layers. Oh no. Wait, you know what? Okay. Now I go back in time and try to fix this. Because I accidentally put her dress. I accidentally put her dress on the same layer as her body. Ah. Okay, so mistakes have been made, and I accidentally drew the dress on the same layer as the body. I'm gonna be fixing that. I there's some bits I need to fix because I drew this on the same layer as the body. Kill me. Okay, there we go. Now, yeah. Okay, what the frick? No. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's just connect that down to there. Okay. Okay. There we go. Yes, yes, Bronze. I remember the scenario you were discussing yesterday. Hallelujah! Felix has fixed his internet. Uh, One moment, and I'll get him in to join us.
Hi.
Hey, buddy! Glad to have you with us.
Are you, though?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, thank God.
I'm quietly probably giving myself some carpal tunnel trying to draw these stupid flowers.
Welcome to the club. Carpal Tunnel Club.
So today, Felix, we're doing the,
Banshee.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been following along. It's just...
Whilst also wrestling with your internet.
You could set a clock by how this thing crashes.
Also, I personally think it's weird that, Banshee are supposed to be, in the original mythos, they're fairies, but they keep getting classified as undead. It's like, no, they're not undead. They're fairies. There's a difference.
Is there, though?
Yes, actually. This is going to drive me insane. Oh well, I'm already there, kinda.
Hey, Susan.
Yeah.
Is he gonna drive you insane?
I've missed. It was only for a little while, but I missed. But I missed having you on these streams.
Yay! I have popcorn.
Okay. Breakfast of champions, I guess. It's what my family jokes about stuff like that whenever we find one of us eating something weird for breakfast.
Yeah, no. But,
Oh, interesting, Bean. I wasn't aware that each. So, in my original Banshee video, I mentioned that sometimes Banshee would attach themselves to certain families.
okay.
And according to Bean, who is of the appropriate ancestry to know more about this than I do, uh, each house had their own sort of. Each clan sort of got their own that just kind of followed the family around.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think it's really weird that these creatures that are Fae in their original mythology keep being ascribed to being undead. It's like, they're not undead. They're fairies. There's a difference.
They're undead now.
Yeah, I still think it's weird. Also, it's not supposed to be one of those things where you hear their scream, you instantly die.
No, first you gotta make a con save.
You know what I mean. They themselves do not bring the death. They are only omens. But supposedly the distance at which you hear the keening from has something to do with it.
Yep.
Yeah, the the screaming and crying the Banshee do warn you that somebody is going to pass away. In some stories, the closer the screaming and crying sounds, the closer the person is to you in a kin sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, there is a usually so and in every store and with every creature there are ones that don't behave the way they're technically quote unquote supposed to.
Interesting.
The loudest screams, or the screams that sound the closest, are meant for either you or someone in your immediate nuclear family.
And in the Mono world, if you hear him right beside you, well, you're going to be screaming later.
For other reasons.
Bow, chicka, ow, ow, chicka, ow, ow, bow.
Yeah, it makes sense with a fey creature that there are two sets of rules. The hard rules, which the entire species must follow, no exceptions. And the softer rules, which are a little more loosey goosey.
Oh boy, I'm a bad person.
What did you do?
No, it's just you're saying the softer rules, and my brain's going, yeah.
Your brain went to a bad place.
It's not a bad place.
It's
Just a
just,
place I shouldn't be talking about on a YouTube stream.
it's a place. Your brain has gone to a place.
It's very adjacent to a gutter.
Ah.
The sewer rats are my neighbors, and we talk a lot.
Oh, that's interesting.
That makes sense. With how goblins are portrayed, they're just ugly midget elves.
And elves were originally like D&D's gnomes, but then Tolkien happened. That sounds like a lot of things. Things used to be like this, and then Tolkien happened.
I used to have a productive life, and then Tolkien happened. Oh my god, you really can't apply that to everything, can't you?
Kinda, yeah. Let's see if I can remember how to draw one of these. Santa elves were originally accurate, Santa elves were the original accurate ones. Legolas elves are new and kind of weird. Let's see, can I remember how to draw this accurately? You know what? No, not today. I have altogether too much sanity to try to subject myself to that.
What were you going to try to subject yourself to?
Try and draw one of those, Celtic Trinity knot thingamajigs.
Oh, fun.
But then I remembered, oh wait, I don't actually remember how those look. and, and I would get quietly, and I would never live down getting it wrong.
What do you mean? Who would ever not let you live that down? It's not like your very sarcastic best friend is watching you work. Never.
Okay. I think she's good to go. Yeah, basically, if I don't think I can draw it accurately, odds are I'm not gonna draw it.
But you spent hours on that lacy bit on the bow yesterday.
Not hours.
Days and hours and days.
Oh, you sent me a reference picture. Thank you very much, Bean. Let me just go, grab that. Copy image. Paste. Holy scale! Okay, let's just... There. I'll use that for later. Okay.
Oh, so when someone else sends you reference photos, it's fine. But when I send you reference photos, you go, no, they need clothes.
There's a difference between figure reference photos and what does this figure and what on God's greenest earth does this symbol look like references? There is a difference.
I think she's just cheating me out of good photos.
There's a difference.
I also think one of these days she's going to smack me upside the head.
I'd need to reach through a computer first. Okay, that last one makes more sense for a yeah, that one you just sent makes more sense for a Banshee to wear, especially since we're drawing a Momono one. Gah! Scale! There. Now I can see vaguely what I'm looking at. And I try to draw that. Because it was on an all black background, and I. Okay, there we go. So. What color should we make things? Banshee are obviously very sort of gothic creatures, so the color palette should probably reflect that. What do you think? Felix?
Banshee are as close to a big titty goth girlfriend you're gonna get in the Momono universe, so
Fair enough. Fair enough. One moment, I need to fix something. Heh.
えそれそうがばれろ
There has been a polite request from the one who adopted her for her to have red hair. Which makes perfect sense to me.
I'll allow that. I'll allow that request.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. So if you're wondering what the heck happened to the line art, I accidentally drew the dress on the same layer as the body
Oh my god.
and had to go fix that.
Oh my god, Susan. Double check your layers.
I know, accidents happen.
And of course, she needs a drink to deal with me. I'm very hard to deal with.
Yeah, but you're my friend. There we go. That's better. Sorry, that was going to bother me. I like this shade of red. What do you think, Felix?
That's nice. And it's happened.
What?
The amazing artwork of Susan. Click and drag.
Hey, it looks good when I'm done.
Yeah, oh no, it does.
Just in process, it looks kinda wonky.
It's just
In process, I know. In process, sometimes things look a little janky. Okay. What do you think? Is this a... What do you think about this for the skin?
fit the skin. Well, she is undead. Going a little paler won't hurt anything.
So this'll do.
It'll do, pig. It'll do.
uh,
Oh, come on!
I walked into that one. I know.
Plus, it's Charlotte's Web. How can you be mad at that?
Fair enough. There's just a little bit of her being just like, well, I walked into this one. Extra. um. Okay, so the original hairstyle for this character was they have they have two little sticky offy bit. There are two extra sort of locks of hair that have been kind of pulled up and away from the rest of the hair.
They have two ahoge, but their ahoge go to the sides.
Basically, yes.
And remember, I said ahoge, not a higo.
Yeah, basically this is why there's that weird extra bit of hair just kind of floating. There, that's where my shading lines went. I had to go find them.
Where'd they go?
I forgot I'd hidden the layer they were on,
Oh no.
but I found it again, so I was able to go back and grab them.
Oh yay.
There we go. Do 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 do. There we go. I like it.
Oh, it's a pig named Babe, not Charlotte's Web. I get my pig movies messed up.
Okay. And I'm just kind of sitting here going, this is fine. Okay, so now we color the dress itself. Always double check what color you're using. Okay. Thoughts on that color for the dress?
Looks good to me.
Okay then.
Bean, pigs do things to not get eaten in every pig movie.
That's kind of the entire focus of the pig movie, generally. Pig is sapient. Pig desires to not become bacon. Plot.
And then there's me in the background going, eat the pig. I've had bacon, it's real good, eat the pig.
Now the question becomes, what color should the veil be?
Chartreuse.
What color even is that?
Don't know, but I've heard it a lot. Don't you sigh at me.
Okay, because of what I have in mind, the veil will need to be on a different layer. There. Still visible. But yes, the plot of basically every movie that involves a pig is sapient, pig desires to not be food.
Pig becomes food anyway because pig's too delicious.
Although the books and movies tend to end before then.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm safe. Man, I'll just walk home. Thunk. Drag, 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 drag. It's what happens when you let your pig off a leash. Anybody can come over and thunk it.
Apologies for anyone who is quietly traumatized.
I don't apologize. I am
Yes,
unapologetically an asshole.
but you're good natured about it.
Sometimes.
The pig thing. The pig thing or the color thing is very much an important question here. There we are. That went better than expected.
Ah, it's
Well,
yellowish.
yeah, kind of like a weird yellowy green.
She looks pretty.
Thank you. Okay, you know what? I'm going to draw this. I'm going to draw the pendant this big and then scale it down,
Okay.
just for the sake of my own sanity.
Who needs sanity? Go insane.
I have adult things I need. I have adulting things I need to do. I need to be sane. Ah.
Return to monkey.
Oh boy.
Oh me, oh my, what a guy.
I just had a. I just had a. Sorry, I had a war. I had a Warhammer 40k reference return in my head.
Oh lord.
What?
Not Warhammer.
Why not?
Because I got enough crumpin' and orcs from Sean in my life.
Where do you think he got it from?
Warhammer.
Yeah, literally the only reason I know anything about it is because my dad played. They're pronounced essentially the same way, Bean.
Monkey.
Kinda, yeah.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Log into Fate tomorrow.
Okay.
Free 10 Saint Quartz.
Oh, cool.
For,
Good to know.
for their anniversary event.
Oh, cool. Good enough. Sean is one of our friends from the group we do dice sesh with.
Yep, you can hear him in the birthday one-shot special that they forced me to do.
You had a great time.
I hate all of you.
No, you don't.
I hate how kind you are to me. Monkey.
Oh god, here we go again. Um,
Yes?
there has been a polite request for a Among Us stream Friday.
If the new map's out, sure.
Yeah, basically we want to play around with the. Basically, this is you saying we want to play around with the new map.
It ain't out yet.
Yeah. Basically, we'll play more Among Us once the new map is out.
Yeah, I'm just... What are you making those noises for?
Those are the those are the strange noises my brain makes when it's thinking time.
It's also the strange noises you make when you're getting head scritches, so I didn't know if lava surprised you.
Hush.
Shut up.
Part of the heart is missing. Oh, let me queue up the.
Let me queue up the software.
Let me queue up the reference in here to have a look. Oh yes, it is. I am a dumb. let
Uh,
let me fix that.
it seems like your heart connects
To one of the
not to
thingies.
your heart. Yeah.
Okay. I can fix that.
I can't fix it!
I'm not that bad. Oh, you haven't missed much.
Doraemon.
Yeah, you haven't missed much. We're just goofing around while I draw a banshee. Well, currently we're focused more on this detail over here because it is going to bug me. Largely because it's a slight goof I did not catch myself. So I'm going to feel extra silly about it. How much is a top hat? In game, I'm pretty sure you could just have them.
Okay, so Susan,
What?
the heart is still connected.
Yes, but in the way it's vaguely supposed to be.
Okay, if you say so.
There we go. That'll do.
Holy she Nike, it's 11:30.
Yep. Okay. Now I just shrink this down. There we go. There we go. There we go. What do you think? Okay. Merge, 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 delete, merge, merge, up one, match bond, invert. There we go. Now I suppose the question now becomes, what do we name her? Because she does need a name. Felix?
Um, Victoria.
That'll do. Uh, there we go. Now let's just put you right there. Bean is a nickname we have for Jelly Bean Bazooka, the one who has adopted Victoria. Okay, one moment. Size, width, 3. Okay, so now we put her over by Charlotte with the put her over by Charlotte, our lovely Alp lady from yesterday, who has found a home. uh, Basically, here's how this works. One drawing, which is fully colored shaded line art, is 20 US dollars, and you pick a girl and what kind of vague aesthetic you want her to have. Some Since they will be drawn as they are in their native world, the idea is that the adoption fee is what is the cost for porting them from their world to ours. Some girls will be dressed as is appropriate for their cultural sort of origins. For example, this genie girl who has been pre-marked by the user Wolf, it will be dressed in a very sort of Middle Eastern aesthetic, while the Nekomata, um, another girl pre-adopted by the user Chiral, will be dressed in a very sort of Japanese aesthetic. And the Jiangxi, who has yet to be adopted, who has yet to be claimed, will be dressed in a very sort of Chinese style of dress. Once the draw. Basically, you tell me which girl you would like to adopt. I will draw her. I will tell you when she is done. And once I receive payment, I will be sending her to you via the. I will be sending her to you. We will be doing these sort of Adopt a Momono events every. We will be doing these adoption events every.
Month.
Yeah, every month. I failed at words. Every month for the first week of the month. And next month, because it's Valentine's Day month, we will be drawing the Momono that are known to have that are known to be affiliated with Eros, the goddess of love in the Momono universe. However, because there are only 4 girls we could find with a direct connection, we will also, as a birthday present to the Reptile King, throwing in a lovely lady from the Reptile Kingdom. Oh, interesting. Apparently, the earliest mention of the werewolf is ancient Greece and Rome. I did not know that. Okay, so for those of you who are interested, the ladies still up for adoption, whose adoptions have not yet been finalized, are the werewolf and the Jiangxi. The others have the others have already been picked. Basically, the ladies on the left-hand side of the canvas have been adopted, and the ladies on this side have not. And, thank you, Bean. We already have dibs on the Cupid, sir, on the Cupid Momono for next month.
God damn it.
If there is a Momono species you are interested in me drawing for you, but the species has already been claimed for the adoptable event, get in touch with me via Discord or email. Email will be in the description, as will Discord handle. And we can discuss terms there. As a refresher, these girls are still up. And these girls have already been chosen, have already been taken home. Okay. Now what?
If you don't have anything, I don't have anything.
Well then, Bronze, you're interested in Jiangxi? Okay. Uh, we can discuss things via Discord direct messages, and I will earmark her for you for now. There we go. Now all that's left is the so now we have just the werewolf available for adoption at the moment. Okay, Dragon Rider. Once we end the stream here and it becomes available for me to edit the description, I will put my Discord handle and the link to our channel's official Discord server in the description, so you can hop in there, and then we can direct message about, then we can discuss things. Okay. So, Felix, I think we're done here?
I am done when you are done.
Okay.
But if I'm done...
Thank you all.
But if I'm done...
Anyway, thank you all for coming. I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.